ever stopped to consider the power of your words? Have you ever wondered why some people would choose hate, violence, and anger as a way to approach life? Why would some people automatically respond with utter hostility when handling situations? Well, let's take it to the very beginning, all the way to childhood. Every family has a certain sensibility around what is right and what is wrong. When the child strays outside these, the parent guides them back, which is perfectly all right. But how does a family do this? Does it use patient explanations, allow for questioning and discussions, or does it use physical violence, shame? If the normal operating mode of a family makes health-negative inner voice may root itself in the child's mind and remain active long after the child has grown up, this would probably be the voice that we'd encounter in those people. Supposing self-negativity must be inherited in order to be passed on, it would not be fair to blame a single generation of parents in the long flow of generations, because that specific strain of self-negative inner voice would have had to transmute through countless generations of that family, right alongside their DNA, cultural traditions, religious beliefs, and languages. A prominent case in point being toxic masculinity. Toxic masculinity describes the negative aspects of exaggerated masculine behavior, which boys and men may feel pressure to conform to due to societal or cultural expectations. Traits of toxic masculinity can include physical aggression, sexual violence, and anti-feminist behaviors. It could even be as simple as refusing to engage in household chores due to deeming them too feminine of a task. A commonly overlooked yet traditionally accepted form of toxic masculinity is telling boys and men to man up when they feel upset, or justifying abusive and inappropriate behaviors with the phrase, "Boys will be boys." The dismissal of feelings by the repetition of such words and phrases makes young boys and men avoid expressing their emotions due to the implication that their expression may be viewed as a sign of weakness. Over time, this can lead to a dysfunctional emotional expression and ultimately depression and/or suicide. Data from the WHO shows that of the 420 suicide cases reported in Kenya in 2017, 330 of them were men. As of this year, Kenya's national average crude suicide rate puts the male to female suicide ratio at 3:1. Every time I think about it, I can never seem to come up with the answer to who exactly declared that if you show emotion, you are not man enough. All that I can come up with is that probably all those years ago, a guy scared to confront his own emotions did. This is because when we lose touch with our own frailties, we become judgmental and dangerous to others. We project. Like a lot of aspects of human behavior, projection comes down to self-defense. Koenig notes that projecting something about yourself that you don't like onto others protects you from having to acknowledge those parts. Now back to the family. The family projection process describes the primary way that parents transmit their emotional problems onto their children. Unfortunately, problems that children inherit which most affect their lives include relationship sensitivities such as the heightened needs for attention and approval, the tendency to blame oneself and others, or feeling responsible for others' happiness, or that others are responsible for one's own happiness. Just like a male in a toxically masculine space and a child in an abusive environment, these toxic adaptations make sense when physical or emotional threats are ever present. But as the person grows up and encounters relationships that are safe, these adaptations may in fact be counterproductive and interfere with the person's capacity to live, to love, and to be loved. So what small steps can we make in the direction of making big changes? Kindness. An 8-letter word with the immense power and potential to bridge this divide and create a space for healing. Right from our words and then to our actions, its layers include generosity, compassion, and empathy. Just think about it. How many times have someone's words of kindness towards you made you be kinder to others? And how many times has someone's negative words hurt you and made you subconsciously project that hurt onto others? You see, just like negativity can easily be passed on, kindness is contagious. When you are kind to others, the people that benefit from it are likely to pay it forward. This creates a ripple effect where it becomes more and more common to show kindness. As Sandra D. Wilson and Yehuda Berg said, hurt people hurt people. That's how pain patterns get passed on, generation after generation. In whatever way, let us all make a deliberate effort to break that chain today. Let us meet anger with sympathy, contempt with compassion, and cruelty with kindness. That little drop of kindness in the ocean of change will make a difference, believe me, because every act of kindness creates a ripple effect with no logical end. A splash beyond reach. So why not be that drop? Thank you.